tell us more about what's being said about what might have been in the containers or what might have caused the blast.
So they said that there were some chemicals. There's a possibility that there were some chemicals and inflammatory substances inside it, and they might have been mishandled. But the more we see, the more footages are coming out of Iran. From the moment of the blast, the more questions are being raised. We should know that this is the biggest port in Iran, and the fire is still raging 24 hours after the blast. As you mentioned, almost about 90% of cargo containers in Iran go through this port. It is considered as Iran's commercial lifeline. And so helicopters and planes have been deployed to douse the fire against plumes of smoke that are rising. Just a few hours ago, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian visited the place. However, he was seen laughing at one of the persons who was wounded, saying that, oh, you can get up and go home. And that raised many eyebrows. And his critics said that he does not show enough empathy toward those who were affected by this tragic incident.
And it's a delicate time, isn't it? Because Iran is under the spotlight for a number of reasons, but including because it's having talks at the moment with the US about the future of a nuclear program.
Important. Exactly. So the timing of this was mentioned a lot because it took place at the very moment that Iranians and the American delegations were holding talks in Oman, and that has raised a lot of questions. That's why they say that right now, and especially the aerial footage afterwards showed that there were 3 different locations that the smoke was rising. So people are asking, if it was an accident, how come there are 3 different locations that caught fire? And one Iranian MP just a few hours ago had an interview with Iranian state media and said that he pointed fingers at Israel. However, Iranian authorities, Iranian establishment as a whole, has not blamed Israel yet. They have not said what the exact reason behind it is. But we know that a maritime executive, a website that monitors shipping activities, said that last month, March 31st, a ship that is on U.S. sanction list brought some sodium chloride, if I'm not mistaken, that is used in missile fuels. We don't know if they're linked to this explosion. Nothing is clear yet, but we know that this according to U.S. sanctions, this hub was also used by Iranian military for missile and arms trade. However, Iranians deny that. Iranian Defense Ministry said that no military material was involved and burnt in this fire.
And in the meantime, the effects of the smoke are quite severe, aren't they?
That's correct. So Iranian authorities have closed down the schools, have closed down the offices, and at least 28 people were killed, hundreds of people were wounded. But the ordinary citizens, those who have survived, authorities have advised them to wear masks to avoid going out. And that's because the high level of ammonia, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide that is reported to be across the entire region, entire city of because this port is just 23 kilometers from Bandar Abbas, that is the center of that province. And as you know, 1/5 of the oil export in the world goes through Strait of Hormuz, which is really close to this port. So extremely significant place, but we don't know the reason for the explosion yet, if it's an act of sabotage or just a simple accident.
Parham Ghobadi, thanks very much indeed for putting that into context for us. Thank you.